Okay, I think we are live. Let's see if everything works.
In the audience.
Yay! Hola!
Hello.
Anybody here? Hello.
How are you doing?
Good morning.
We're enjoying the sunshine.
Yay! We're at the beach. Look at this beautiful city.
Yes. Springtime here.
Yes, finally spring has arrived.
Pretty warm.
Okay. Hola, Jorge. Hi, Debbie. How are you doing?
We had a very mild winter.
Yes. Okay, so I guess it's 5 o'clock.
It is.
Time
5
to start.
p.m.
So, hello everybody. My name is Francisco, as every week. And today we are in the beautiful city of San Sebastian. And today I'm joined by my good friend and local guide, Agustin Ziriza.
Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to my hometown.
Hello everybody. Today, as we're testing a new microphone system, so hopefully it will work. Okay. So, welcome everybody. We are in San Sebastian all day in the side of a city, so we need to put our masks on, and we are ready to go.
To roll.
So, welcome Agustin. Let's show your beautiful hometown to everybody.
Yes, we're by the bay of La Concha, the shell. Check the shape of this bay.
Considered one of the 10 most beautiful cities. One of the 10 most beautiful beaches in the world.
Yes, city beaches.
City beaches in the world, and it is really one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. I mean, it's an incredible city.
Actually, we have two beaches on the bay, separated by a big rock, and a nice garden and a palace on top. The palace of a queen, actually Maria Christina, Queen of Spain in the 19th century, commissioned the construction of that palace and spent the summers here. And in the end, she finally lived here. This is the late 19th century, 1889, 1929. So probably you can see that now, maybe not because of the brightness of the sun.
There's way too much sun.
This is low tide now.
Yes, very low tide, and the city of San Sebastian, geographically speaking, it's divided by 3 mountains. Mm-hmm. Okay, the one that we have right in front, that one is Igueldo. This one is Urgul, and there's a third one a little farther that is called Ulia, which is all the way at the east. We're very close to France.
Yes, we are.
And the city of San Sebastian, it's a very open city, very welcoming city. And I always say that it's a very cosmopolitan city, and it's a vibrant town that, look how beautiful they welcome everybody in town. It's like,
do it. It says, Atlo, do it.
Do it. Hey, the big rock. Hi, Mark. Hi, Joyce. Buenas tardes, everybody. So, the queen you were saying she came for the first time. What year did she arrive in here?
Well, she came to live here in 1889 and lived here till 1929 when Spain turned into a republic and the monarchy had to leave Spain. So this was originally her summer place, her summer house, but then that's the place where she lived in this period of time considered in San Sebastian the Belle Epoque, the time when the aristocracy of Spain and France was visiting the city during the summer. So a lot of money was coming into town, a lot of developing, a lot of construction of beautiful buildings. When you were saying the city is a bit cosmopolitan, it is modern in terms of history. When you visit other cities in Spain, you get to see 16th century buildings, 17th century buildings, 14th century buildings. Here all you see is construction from the second half of the 19th century and the 20th century. And I guess you're pointing now the City Hall building.
Yes, we're gonna go all the way there, but before, one of the big trademarks or the images of the city of San Sebastian, I think it's the veranda that we have here.
Yes, the handrail.
I think it's one of the most beautiful handrails.
This design here, yes.
And, if you see all the way on the top, we have a flower that is facing the city, is facing us. Is it true that there's only one facing to the ocean?
Yes, and that one is right in the middle of the bay, kind of pointing to the island somehow.
It's pointing all the way into the island.
Yes, we would need to return back to get to see that piece of a flower.
The tradition says that if you get to see that flower, will mean that you are going to return to San Sebastian.
Yes, so and apparently that is true, because a lot of people return to San Sebastian every summer.
Well, to me it's not about just the flowers. Such a beautiful, beautiful city. And as everybody say, what a gorgeous day to be here. It is. I mean, really, it is. We're about 17 Celsius degrees, which is about 62 Fahrenheit. It's a beautiful day. As we were saying, spring has finally arrived into the city. Check, I mean, these flowers, these gardens are, how do you call them?
The garden, this is the area of Alderdieder, translated from Basque into Spanish as good area. Most of the gardening that you see in San Sebastian is taken care of by a company called Ducasse, which is a French name. A French owner, French gardener, was taking care of the gardens for the Queen living here, and since then, since the late 19th century, has been taking care of all the gardens and green areas in San Sebastian. And they're doing a great job, I think, now that we see all the flowers that they just all the blossom happened recently.
So what about the city hall, this gorgeous building? I think there's not a more beautiful city hall in all of Spain.
Well, it's stunning, it's kind of impressive because it stands out from all the buildings in the area and is by the sea. This was originally built as a casino. There were up to 3 casinos in town during this Belle Epoque period of time, and then it turned once we moved into Republic, and then it turned out to be the city hall for San Sebastian. We can read at the top Casa Consistorial. We see a big clock, and also below, blowing on the balcony, the flag of the city.
Okay, let me try to make a zoom to the flag of the city, the colors of the city. Oh, there we go.
There you are.
Are white and blue.
White and blue are the colors of this city. The soccer team, Real Sociedad, if anyone follows the Spanish soccer league.
Okay, now we have a problem, because he's from San Sebastian, I'm from Pamplona. If we talk soccer, they're much better than we are, but we never let them know about it because we are better. Yes, my local team, Osasuna.
Yes, but they're always behind for some reason. I don't know.
These people from San Sebastian. Okay, that's good. As you know, Spain, the soccer issue, it's a big thing.
Yes.
And of course, when you have neighboring states, there's always a little bit of extra pressure into that.
Yes, there is. Well, we can also check the trees here. These are young trees, but all the trees are also kind of unique in town. These are tamarick trees, apparently given by a Japanese emperatrice to the Queen of Spain, and they were placed here. Okay, these kind of
they're very rusty.
Yes, because of the properties of the wood, they bend easily, and some of them you can see they're forced to grow all straight. That's why they have 4 poles holding the tree.
And what about the carousel? So beautiful.
Yes, this is dated to 1905 and it's still running, and carousels in town are very popular among kids. This is a very busy playground for kids. We all love staying outdoors, especially after what we just went through. But Spain, probably you heard of, we are very social. We like spending our free time, spare time, socializing with others, either in bars and terraces and also playgrounds. So since we're very young, we just kick out from home.
Yeah, let's get away from all the screaming kids.
Yes.
So, obviously this year, with the COVID, nobody has shown up here because we cannot go from one state to another. But this is probably one of the most touristic cities in Spain.
Yes, it is very touristic. It's never as big as Barcelona, Madrid, Seville. The amount of inhabitants here, we're around 185,000. We get a lot of visitors, and we're gonna get, once this is over, we're gonna get many more, because they recently opened around 20 new hotels in town.
20 new hotels in town.
Most of them 4-star hotels, very centrally located, and we're gonna pass by one of the new ones, and they are all, prepared with rooftop terraces, even pools. So we're expecting to be even more popular, busier, crowded, however you want to call it. But it's going to be fun. It's definitely going to be fun.
Okay, what about here? We are facing the second mountain of the city of San Sebastian.
Yes.
And all the way up there, we have the Sacred Heart of Jesus, an image of Jesus Christ on top, of the city.
Yes.
That is another of the big symbols of San Sebastian. Everybody knows the Sacred Heart of Jesus. But who placed it there?
This was an idea of Franco, the dictator in Spain from 1939 till 1975. He also, following kind of this tradition of the Spanish aristocracy of spending the summers in San Sebastian, he decided to do the same thing. He was staying in another palace, which cannot be seen from the bay, every summer, coming here and decided that we should have a statue of Jesus Christ at the very top of that mountain. And it's placed on top of a castle they built in the 13th century, just a bit later after the city being founded by the King of Navarre. And this is what we need to do. Thank the people in Navarre for inaugurating.
We founded this beautiful city and we let it go. It's not Navarre anymore. It hurts me so bad.
Well, it started being part of Navarre. This is the 1180 when this King Sancho the Wise inaugurated the city, and then soon after in the 13th century became part of the Castile kingdom. Well, we are now walking on the port of the harbor in San Sebastian. There's some construction going on, new buildings being refurbished and reconstructed. We are seeing, probably you'll see the marina. This is the regions of the town. This is the reason why Sancho the Wise, the King of Navarre, founded this city, because he needed a port to trade the goods that were manufactured in Navarre nearby. He needed a port to trade them away to other places, so he commissioned the construction of this port for trading, also fishing by the mountain, under the shelter of the mountain. So for that reason, he also commissioned the construction of the castle at the top and the ramparts defending the castle. Okay, now we're
right now walking on top of the ramparts.
Correct.
Yes.
I was about to say we're walking on top of these 13th century ramparts. We see some housing, and behind the housing we also see remains of the ramparts. Okay, those houses.
Let's take a look at this beautiful marina.
Yes. Yes. It's all commercial. No, well,
it used to be fishing, fishing port.
Yes, a big fishing port. Not also trading, but then later, as most of the Basque ports became fishing ports. Probably you heard about the cod fishing in Newfoundland.
It is that long time ago, here you guys were all whale hunters.
Yes.
And then we are going down to cod and sardines, and now we're down in anchovies.
Anchovies, yes. White tuna, anchovies. That is the business now, the fishing industry in the area. Not here. There's no more fishing industry here. Just mostly tourism. Boats taking people on boat trips along the bay in the summertime. We see some houses one time built for the fishermen. We see the aquarium at the very end. Okay, we in the summertime, it's not a bad place for going eating, to eat some fish, some seafood, some salads. Just by the arcade below the buildings, there's some space there. Well, you find up to 3 different restaurants where you can enjoy the Spanish or the Basque gastronomy.
Well,
Yes.
I love this city. Okay, so you said there's a lot of hotels coming into the city.
Yes.
Most of them, they're already open. They opened the year of COVID. Not a good.
Yes, but they still they open. I mean, they were open for Christmas. Now is a spring break, Easter coming, and they will open. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, tourism is in a very bad situation now.
Well,
The travel
hopefully we'll catch up.
industry. Yeah, bars and
Surely
restaurants
catch
are
up
forced
very early, as soon as possible.
Yes, bars and restaurants are forced to shut down. Not now. You see people sitting, enjoying a drink in the terrace. We're going to go deeper into the old town,
Alright,
so
so-
you see what is it about.
Now, pardon. So from now, we come inside of the old town of the city of San Sebastian. So we leave the ocean behind us, and now we enter, let's say, like the most historical part of town. And we are welcomed by this magnificent basilica.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
We're gonna go all the way into the front because it's really an amazing building. Here, the main patron obviously is San Sebastian.
Correct.
Who was San Sebastian?
Well, San Sebastian became the protector of the Black Plague, and that's why it became popular in San Sebastian, and people were praying for his help and his protection. We're going to see him represented on the facade, okay? Because he was spreading the word of Jesus in the 3rd century. He was a Roman soldier then, and for that reason he was punished. He was shot with all these arrows we are about to see now. Okay. The Roman emperor decided to kill him by shooting arrows into his body. And he's always represented that way because he survived to all those injuries, and that was considered at the time a miracle.
Let me make a close-up to San Sebastian.
Okay, he became a martyr. Then after, as he survived, the problem was that he kept on spreading the word of Jesus. And then the Roman emperor ran out of patience and decided to cut his head off, and that happened in the town of Ostia, outside Rome in Italy. So, and that gives the name to the city, Donostia in Basque. Don means the Lord of Ostia, the Lord of this town where he was killed.
Okay. So, before we go a little bit more into details in here, they're asking, are masks required in San Sebastian?
Yes, enforced.
The thing is that if you are on a bar, if you're on a terrace and you're drinking, you're not, you don't have to wear a mask. So maybe, Kathy, all the people you saw without masks, they were in bars. The rest of people, like this gentleman, like us, we're all wearing masks.
Yes.
So, this beautiful church of La Basilica, La Virgen del Coro. Right?
Yes, Santa Maria del Coro.
C-O-R-O.
Yes, Coro was the name of a town in Venezuela. Okay, and what is the relationship with that town? Well, the church was originally built in the 17th century. On one side of the building, they were storing ammunition to be delivered to the top of the mountain, to the castle. Well, it exploited and damaged the structure of the building. It had to be rebuilt, and there was one company who paid for all the reconstruction. That company was very successful in trading goods from Spain to Venezuela and from Venezuela into Spain. They were located in this town of Coro. So in the 19th century, when they shut down the business, they brought everything to here, and also they brought the little church of the town, the little Virgin, the statue of the Virgin of that town in Venezuela, to San Sebastian, and was given to the city and placed here inside the church.
Okay, so now people are wondering, what the heck is that?
Well, this is modern art attached to a 17th, 18th century building.
Yeah, it is a modern art. It's the harmony of sound.
Correct.
If I'm not wrong.
Correct.
And I understand that all of you know modern art and you don't need explanation of what on earth that is. I like it, but I don't understand it. It's like harmony of sound. It's like, okay.
Well, you see a white piece full of holes, like it would be a piece of cheese, Gruyere cheese, probably. Well, the wind blowing through the holes would make a sound, and that's why it gets the name of the harmony of sound.
I'll take it.
Yes, well, you see a building on sandstone. This sandstone was taken from the quarries in the area. The mountains, all these hills by the coast are very rich in sandstone. With the erosion of the wind and the water, the rain, all these hills, all these cliffs are full of little holes like the one represented in that piece of art. So somehow it's connected to the local geography, to the land here.
Maria, I think as you, very out of place. I like it, but I don't think it goes into the facade of a church.
No,
At least that's my opinion.
Absolutely.
It's kind of weird, but yeah. Okay, so who has asked? Let me see. Nancy, is anytime Spain going to reopen? We have no idea. Hopefully right after Easter, we will be able to cross borders of regions. Okay, so if there is one important thing in San Sebastian, that has to be
food,
okay?
Gastronomy, the local food.
The local food everywhere around the world now, it's like a trend. The thing called tapas. Ronald says, in normal time, is there a lot of traffic in the city? No, there's nothing.
No. We're moving into more eco-friendly town. We're moving into pedestrian streets like the one we are at now. We're moving into a lot of, because of the people are using less public transportation, people are using bicycles. Our factories are without any bicycles to sell. And people walk everywhere. I mean, it's a small town and people ride their bikes and they're not using public transportation that often.
Anyway, we were telling you about the food. And
yes.
The tapas is like a huge trend everywhere around.
Yes.
But here in the San Sebastian, what we have are called pinchos.
Yes.
Okay, well, we're in Spain, so we have to have some ham. Okay. But pinchos are, well, we're in one bar called Gandarias, which is one of the traditional places here in town. Let's say hello to this gentleman. Muy buenos días o buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Pues fenomenal, abriendo el apetito con esta preciosidad. So let me show you a little bit of the San Sebastian tapas, which are, we call them pinchos once again. So you have anchovies and you have shrimp, and we have codfish and baby eel, and salmon and crab, sea urchin. And one of the specialties here, well, we have the cheese, but one of the specialties are the garlic mushrooms. All right, so really
check the sea urchin.
The sea urchin is like so. I took one of it. Me too. San Sebastian, so beautiful. Oh, you were here, Tracy. Cool. So tapas, it is. I think it's more than just food. It is a way of eating, a way of socializing. It is. It's a great moment to have fun and enjoy, and especially if you're a little picky with food, I would say come over here and try. I know, how many times have you tried baby eel? Probably never. Give it a try. It's gonna be like €2. If you don't like it, leave it. But be a little wild, be a little risky. Adventurous. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you. This is an amazing experience going for tapas in the city. Also, you
have warm pinchos.
You have the warm pinchos. You have the ones that you can order over the counter, but also you have all of these here. And as you see, San Sebastian is a very open city. If you read everything,
friendly.
It's in English, right? You have it in English, you have it in French, you have it in Spanish, you have it in Basque. So one of the great things is that whenever you come to San Sebastian, it's a very welcoming city, as I said it before, and everybody's going to be, especially now, very happy to see you over here. Okay,
yep.
Muchísimas gracias. Eskerrik asko.
Ay, agur.
Okay. So, and tapas, to me, it's not going to one place and stuffing yourself. I would go like
on a bar crawl.
A bar crawl. Like one, another. It is so much fun. And the great thing about tapas, it's about going ahead, and talking with people you have never met in your life, and it's super fun. So the tapas experience, really, it is an amazing thing. Oh, look, it looks like I have a halo.
Yes. Bless you, Francisco.
I'm saying good things about San Sebastian. Well, you know, the rivalry between the two cities.
We are not friends.
We're not friends.
Honestly.
We have to hate each other.
Yes, we were born for that.
Okay. Where I come from, Navarre, it's the region by San Sebastian. We have a lot of mushrooms, and we call these people mushroom thieves, because what do they do on the weekends? They come over to Navarre to steal our mushrooms.
Yes.
What do we do on the weekends? We come over here to the city of San Sebastian, and how do you call us?
Yes,
Let's have you translate
they
that.
come to pee on the beach, right? So we go there because of the weather. I mean, they're away from the coast, less humidity. The mushrooms grow nicer. I have to admit, they have better mushrooms. So we go there, and they think we steal the mushrooms to them. Well, we think, as they have no beach, they come to the coast, and they come here to pee on the beach, and we blame them for that.
Too bad for you. Anyway, about we're two good friends, so no big deal.
Yes,
we're not gonna get in a fight.
absolutely.
There's also one big dessert in San Sebastian that a lot of people comes to this bar to have the Basque Cheesecake. Okay, and it is from this place called Lavinia. Okay, so we have asked permission to come inside, and it is super good. If you come to San Sebastian, you really have to come to this place to try the cheesecake, because it's really Kaixo. Well, let's say hello to him.
Hi,
Hola, Kaixo. Hello. So let me take a look at that. Okay, let me get that out. This is the famous San Sebastian incredible cheesecake.
Yeah.
It is super light. Okay, it's there. Let's keep. Gracias, thank you. It is super good. Una ración, ¿cuánto cuesta?
5.
Okay, so one portion, it is €5. Y esos son,
That is one portion.
and that is one portion. So really, one portion can serve 2 people. Okay, because it's super rich, super good. If you have ever come to San Sebastian, probably have tried it. Well, the one we cooked at home, it is like this one, but this is the original one, okay? The real deal. So you really have to come to San Sebastian. I would take one home right now. It's like, okay, this is heaven. So if you come to San Sebastian, come to Lavinia to give it a try to their amazing cheesecake. Okay, thank you very much. Muchísimas gracias. Vale,
¿Todo
okay.
bien, no? Sí, igualmente. Sobreviviendo andamos.
Okay.
Vale, agur.
So here they're asking, well, take a look at this beautiful church. Okay, this is the Church of St. Vincent, which is the oldest church in the city of San Sebastian.
Yes, it is. Yes, the only one
Beautiful rose window.
dated to the 16th century, and it's Gothic. We see the rose window, the pointed arches, built attached to the walls. Okay, we're going to walk on this side, and you see there very little windows. That's the defensive side of the church, of the building. We see gargoyles at the top, another sign of the Gothic style. Okay, and now we never mentioned, but we walk on this street named August 31st, and it's named after a big fire that happened in town. The city, one time, 1808, was invaded by the Napoleonic troops. Probably you heard about Napoleon. Okay, so they broke in and they stayed here for 5 years, till 1813. That time, the British came into town to liberate the locals from the French. And as a consequence, there was a big fire that destroyed the city, the old town. And there was only one street that survived to the fire, and it's just the one we walk on, the one connecting the basilica with the Church of Saint Vincent.
And the day of the fire was August 31st?
August 31st, 1813, and the reason why this street survived is because the officers, British, which also were British and Portuguese, the two armies, were working together to liberate the Spanish from the French. The officers were staying in these houses, and it was actually their soldiers, British and Portuguese, who were breaking into all the other buildings, stealing their properties, and putting everything into fire. The fire was not caused by the French, but by the British and Portuguese.
So we're heading. Okay, let's cross over here. We have the stairs here. Okay, so hopefully we will not be run over by a car.
No, we know what we're doing, do we?
It looks like we know where we're going. It is that here they're asking me, okay, besides the summertime, what is to be done in San Sebastian? Well, let me tell you one thing. If you ever come to San Sebastian, if you are an active person, if you like anything doing sports, this guy over here is your guide, okay? He will take you hiking, cycling, swimming, kayaking, surfing, paddling, anything that ends in "ing," he will do it. His company is Agus Traveling.
You can find me on Instagram as Agus Traveling. You can find my name, agustintriza.com would be my website. And there you'll see how I offer walking and hiking options. Okay, and also we could do, as Fran just said, we could go mountain biking, we could do a cycling tour of the city, we could go surfing in the area. I'm very much into that. I have all my certificates to do that. Okay, we're walking on the bike path. Right. So you're very welcome to come to San Sebastian, take a tour, enjoy the food, and then enjoy the outdoors in the Basque Country.
And with that said, this is his territory. What I'm going to show you now is his territory. The ocean. Look at that beautiful coastline. This is the mountain that we have in front. It is the third mountain of San Sebastian. It's called Ulia. Okay? Oh, what time of the year would be good for you to come over here?
I will always suggest September. That's my favorite month. September.
I was going to say the same.
October. May, June is also good, but I would say for some reason it's a bit more humid.
Yeah, I think fall. It's.
I like the fall. I like the fall a lot.
So yes, Megan. Both of us will recommend you to come on the fall. I mean, if you don't want the summer. Although a lot of people, when they think about Spain, they say, "Oh, Spain's summertime super hot." You have to think that we're quite in the north. Exactly, not here. Here it's a very beautiful, mild climate. Of course, you have a couple of days very hot, but here in the summertime, even in summertime at night, it's always to wear a sweater over your shoulders. So it is good weather, but you know, it's not as cold as you might think about Spain. It's like, oh my God, it's gonna be so hot. Not in here.
No. We have temperatures, average temperatures in July, August can be high 70s. We rarely go up to 90. And it's true that if you're going for a walk at night after dinner, I would recommend you to wear on a thin sweater or two light layers on you. Check that building, that very modern building.
Okay.
Yes, standing out of all the rest.
The building, what on earth is it?
It's the Congress Palace, the Congress and Convention Center.
Very controversial, very controversial when it was constructed.
Yes, it was designed by somebody from Pamplona. I don't know who that.
You had to say it. We made one mistake in your time, and you had to say it.
Rafael Moneo. Rafael has done some designs in the U.S. too. I visited once the cathedral in LA, the city of Los Angeles, and that was a piece of art of Rafael Moneo. So here, what we have is actually two buildings, two auditoriums, with design or a shape. Check the rocks by the river. Okay, check the rocks of that jetty in front of us.
The jetty.
Okay, those square man-made rocks. Okay, so it's very modern. I mean, you probably don't like it, you hate it. And what is that doing there? Well, it's very much connected with the ocean, with all these rocks protecting us from the rough seas. Okay, that beach we see on the other side of the river is a man-made beach. Okay, that was inaugurated in 1995, and then later in 1999 we have the Congress Palace inaugurated. Okay, so they first built the beach, the walkway along the beach. They placed all these big rocks here, and then this big building, kind of similar shape, similar design to the natural rocks.
Well. I think I could be in this city walking forever. Why don't we go a little bit all the way? We go to the bridge and we show the Maria Cristina Victoria Eugenia.
Yes.
From this side. We don't go all the way there. Here people are, Nina Sefusati, saying that once she had an amazing dinner at Martin Berasategi's restaurant. I wonder why it was amazing.
Good choice. Great choice.
Here in San Sebastian, it is the city that per capita we have more Michelin stars in the world. Okay, so people in San Sebastian really take their food seriously. If you're a foodie and you like traveling, San Sebastian has to be on your bucket list, because really try to book many months in advance. Personally, I love all of these restaurants. Be ready to pay about 300 euros per person. You have maybe heard about Juan Maria Arzac, who is the father of modern cuisine.
Yes.
Okay, so that is one of the big chefs. He was the one who started all of this modern way of cooking, and he has been the teacher to many of the Michelin star
chefs.
Craziness. So it is amazing, the food in the city of San Sebastian. So yes. Is there a Frank Gehry building nearby? In Bilbao we have the Guggenheim Museum of Modern Art.
Building.
We'll go another day to see that one. Okay, that's quite an interpretation. What else? Okay. It's really busy during the film festival.
It's the busiest time of the year.
When is the film festival?
This is the last 2 weeks of September. It lasts for 11 days, coinciding with the last weekends. And that is, in terms of accommodation, is the busiest by far. Also, as a big event in town is in the summer, I have to mention the Jazz Festival, which is around the 20-25 of July. And that's when you might find trouble finding accommodation or at a decent price.
At a decent price?
Yes, because accommodation can be expensive in San Sebastian.
Well, and if there is one hotel in town,
is this 5-star hotel we're approaching to.
The one that we have right in front of us is called Maria Cristina. It is a luxury hotel, incredibly beautiful. All the Hollywood stars that come for the San Sebastian Film Festival in September, they're hosted here.
Yes.
So it is really an incredibly beautiful hotel that I wish I could sleep in it one day.
Yeah.
Have you ever stayed in it?
I have stayed in it, yes. I have stayed in one room and I have eaten there. And it's a very nice place. I mean, you're going to check the building. It's sandstone again.
Yes.
And Maria Cristina, remember that name? I mentioned earlier the Queen Maria Cristina. Okay, she commissioned the construction of this building for all the visitors coming into town. All those members of the French and Spanish aristocracy coming into town were staying at this hotel, which was built in 1912. Okay, and this has always been a hotel. Okay, as Francisco was saying, the Hollywood filmmakers and actors and actresses who are invited to come to promote their movies, which are shown at the convention center, they're staying in the hotel. Both buildings very centrally located, one facing the other.
Kathy says that they have the best gin and tonics.
True, yes.
You are right about that one. That I have tried, and really they are amazing.
People have become passionate about gin and tonics, and they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I think it's more or less our time to go. By the way, we have not talked anything about the river.
Oh yeah, it's low tide now. We saw that on the bay, and you can see it here too. It's a short length river. It starts in one of the mountains in the background of the town. Is tidal at this point. Kind of separates the town. We have six different bridges crossing the river. We're facing now this one with 6 wide big columns. These figuring 6 lighthouses, okay, built in 1921. Okay, we have some other buildings, some other bridges. One is dated to 1879. We're about to see it now, Santa Catalina. At one time that was the only access into town, destroyed when the British and Portuguese soldiers left, and then rebuilt again in 1879.
Okay, my friends. So Tracy, you stayed in this beautiful hotel when you came to Spain, to San Sebastian. Good choice. Very, very good choice. There are other very wonderful hotels in town. One that we love, it's called Parma. They're super close to here. We are dearly in love with these people. It's a 3-star hotel, super nice, very well located. So you have for every price ranges here. The rock building looks better from the bridge. Yes, it looks a little bit better.
And especially at night when it's lit up.
Yes, when it's lit, the building, the convention center is a little bit nicer than it is now. So, with this said, first of all, I want to thank Agustin.
Oh, thanks to you for giving me the chance
to you very much for showing you
participate here.
All of us, your beautiful, beautiful city. What else? Everybody, thank you so much for watching. You know that all of these tours are tip supported. If you want to leave a tip, you have the tip jar in our text. Thank you very much. I'll see you next Tuesday in Tuesdays with Fran. It's been a great, beautiful day. Once again, thank you, Agus.
Thank
everybody.
You.
Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you around. Have a great, great day. Bye.